Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eva again here playing Ethereum Restart. In today's video we're going to take a look at Holden, who is one of the best just debuffers in the game right now. Everyone uses him to finish the Terraformation Inferno. Obviously there's a new meta kinda coming in with the Hoyan as well, but he's still a very solid pick if you want to go for the Inferno, who can be used in the dot team as well. So if you're gonna go with that road, then Holden could be your way. So let's take a look at his kit first, and then we're gonna get into his build. Obviously, he's a full debuffer, but there is also a few ways to build him, because he can actually be a pretty good damage dealer, kinda in the sense like a Heinrith. If you know how a Heinrith works, he's also considered as a debuffer, but he also can be a pretty big damage dealer as well if you go into a full-on damage dealing with him. Both of them are kind of like a sub DPS, and because of that, you can definitely build them both ways. So his ultimate basically applies the resistance, reduction of resistance, as well as the reduction of attack. He scales off fully from the defense. So for example, if like Rahu, who also scales from defense, so the more defense you have, the more damage Holden will be doing, as you can see here, of his defense to all enemies. So this is an AoE skill. The next one is turn meter, KD up, and the skill damage single here. As you can see, he deals damage and then the chances to push back the target's turn meter. So that pushback is huge, like actually huge pushback there. His single target is the reduction of defense. Again, this is kind of like a reverse of the Freya. When she buffs your defense into 60%, he reduces the defense for 60% of the enemy as well. Okay, so in terms of skill, how you should be like going on with the skills, you don't really need to do anything if you're not playing him as a DPS. If you're not using him for a DPS, then all of these doesn't matter. You can just put on the investments into the standard stuff, and then he's already gonna be good enough. You don't need to invest anything into his skills. No one does it, just because you're only using him to apply all of those debuffs without needing to actually have anything on him to do the damage. But again, if you want to put him as a damage dealer, then having a lot of these ones like increases the rate of additional damage dealt based on your defense to 440%. That's huge. Like, you definitely want to have those stuff, like maybe not the KD reduction ones, but having like additional damage is definitely having a big plus like here. So in that sense, you would want to level up his second and third skills, because those are the main ones that give you the damage here, as well as it buffs your crits. As you can see here, he also likes crits in the terms of, we're getting to the builds with the damage dealing, as well as with the builds into the debuffer side as well. Like in here, like there's a lot of good stuff, as you can see, about the damage dealing capacity. So if you want to build him into DPS, then you will need to actually invest good amount of lattice into him, and then he can be a very scary DPS as well. So in terms of build for just purely standard debuffer, nothing too much. The most important stuff is effect accuracy. Effect accuracy and speed, obviously. He should be faster than, for example, if you're playing with Lily, then he should be faster, maybe than Lily even, or he should be faster than someone who Lily is buffing. So for example, if you're speeding up your, let's say, Sanya, Shadow Sanya, then he should be faster than her. If you're buffing, I don't know, a Dealing or something you're using for the other type of builds, for other type of bosses, then he should be faster than Dealing, so he can apply the debuffs before Dealing goes, so the Dealing can do more damage. Okay, and effect accuracy, again, on all of the debuffers in the game, all of the people who can apply anything, and that is very important to apply, you need to have effect accuracy as much as you possibly can. you can definitely, for example, switch up some stuff and put not only 2 of them but 3 for sure, and go for like 180 200% effect accuracy easily, and that will be just good enough to make him proc all the time all of his stuff for sure. So that's for the defense type, the debuffer type of character. He also can go fully DPS, but then you want to go into the crits. So you want to have crit rate as well as the crit damage on him more than anything. In that sense, then Kinai and Momentum are going to be also really good, because again, whenever he crits, easy kills, just purely easy kills. Crits here as well as defense. Don't forget that he scales of defense. That's also really important. So you might want to have like 1 or 2 defense here, and the last one could be a crit rate. You can also go for like sub stats here, for example, for like a good amount of them, like a blue or yellow crit damage on those ones. Like you need to see like what type of gear you obviously have, and then you decide if you can go for the defense here, maybe only 1, and then you have 2, 1 is the crit rate, 1 is the crit damage, and stuff like that. Again, don't forget that he scales off the defense more than he scales off the crit rates or crit damage, but still crit damage and crit rate are very good stuff on him. They do matter whenever you're going to be doing damage. If you have a high crit rate, you're going to be doing so much more damage than you would be with just pure defense build. So that's something for you to try out and see how it's going to work. So in terms of shells, the best shells obviously for him is going to be something like an Artisan for the debuffer side, because again, you want a survivability. He's here for just purely like putting his debuffs on the enemies, and then helping something with, for example, Artisan. He can help giving out some shields, for sure can help some for your survivability on the Inferno, for like, so you can definitely leave for 1 or 2 turns for sure. Another good options could be a Gigabyte, but again, I don't really recommend going for Gigabyte. I think Artisan works better, but Gigabyte is not the worst case scenario. Again, just purely for he can get the meter faster, and that means he's going to be attacking more, so you can apply more debuffs. In terms of pure DPS, again, you here going for the whatever you're going to be using on the other characters as well. So White Fang works, Rebellion, Count, Law of Silence sure can work. All of those like shells that do that go with the DPS type of stuff, all of them work. Again, all of them good, as well as like White Fang has the crit damage increase, and because of that, that's also really good if you're going for that crit type of Holden in there. So you can try to see what shells are you looking forward to, depending on your build. If you're going full defense, then maybe you should try to go with the shells that are fully on the raw attack, like Count, for example, or you can go with the shells that are going for the crits a little bit more, like a White Fang there. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as tell me what you think about Holden. Did you get him? Did you not get him? Are you looking forward to getting him maybe in future? Other than that, also you can join in on the Discord. I always post notifications for the streams, and I stream every day. We play Tokyo Ghoul. We also play Ethereal Restart in there, so you might want to join in, you know, if you are interested in seeing me playing Ethereal Restart. Other than that, hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to again subscribe, and hopefully have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.